Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I wanted to talk about the incident of a man from Detroit, Michigan, who ends up going to his wife's job and shooting at her several times, pistol whipping her, and things of that nature. And the reason that you realize that he did all of that is because the three children that they supposedly had together are not his. So that what you see right there is a picture of the man in question. Let's break down the article though, so we can get a more fuller story. A Detroit man is charged after he allegedly shot his wife multiple times outside her job in Sterling Heights earlier this week. According to the Macomb County Prosecutor's Office, Deshaun Flood was arraigned on Thursday for 2 counts of assault with intent to delete, 1 count of firearm possession by a prohibited person, and 3 counts of weapons felony firearm. Prosecutors say on July 29th, Flood allegedly waited for his wife at Michigan Rehab Services Pomeroy Living Facility, where she worked, and approached her. Flood allegedly reached for a gun from his waistband, and his wife attempted to take cover in her co-worker's vehicle. Flood stopped his wife from closing the door and allegedly shot at her multiple times, prosecutors said in a news release. Prosecutors say the woman and her co-worker were able to get out of the car and ran into the building. Flood caught up with her and allegedly hit her in the head with his pistol. Police were called to the scene and took Flood into custody. The woman was taken to the hospital for injuries that do not appear to be life-threatening. Her co-worker was not injured. Flood received a $1 million cash surety bond. If released, he's ordered to wear a steel cuff GPS tether and have no contact with the victims. His next court hearing is for August the 7th. We will prosecute this case vigorously and pursue full accountability through the justice system. Our office is committed to protecting victims and ensuring those who commit such violent acts face the force of the law, said Prosecutor Peter Lucido in a statement. So the update was that they had been married for 9 years, and he ends up finding out that his children, all 3 of the children, are not his. This is why mandatory paternity tests need to be enacted on a federal level. I don't even think that it should be left up to the states. I think federally it should just be done like all the other paperwork, all the other things, that certifications that they do when you're born. A DNA test should just be completed. That way it eliminates couples having to have that conversation, and then, all of the strife that might have to come from that conversation and things of that nature. If it's just a routine thing that the doctors are going to do regardless of how you feel about it, then that eliminates, like I said, the personal interaction about, oh, well, you don't trust me and blah, 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 blah. Because too much paternity fraud, and you don't know how people are going to react. You don't know what people are going to do with that information. If you're married and you done brought these children, you're getting pregnant, and none of those children belong to your husband, and he finds out about that, there is no guarantee that he's going to handle that with anything. You don't know what that's going to do to him. You don't know. People snap. People sometimes can't handle like all the implications and all of the factors that have to accompany that information. If none of the children are his, then you cheated on him a minimum of 3 times, and possibly with the same person. We don't know. All that he knows is he's not the father of them, yet he been married to you. Y'all been in the house. He been taking care of them. He's believed that those children are his. Now, we don't know what the catalyst was for DNA testing, whether he became suspicious about it or whether there was some medical. Sometimes your spouse is not suspicious. It comes down to medical things. Sometimes the child is sick, and we need to figure out what's going on. People's medical history is important. Some things might be hereditary, some things run into the family, and things of that nature. And we have to pinpoint which parent this is coming from. So man, let's take your blood to see if we can test. Oh, wait a minute, that he's not the father of this child. This is why I'm saying the mandatory paternity test needs to be implemented. That needs to be implemented because the lineage is important for many reasons. The paternity needs to be established for many reasons. Running around here cheating and lying and then having babies, and that this child is not your husband's child, and all of this other kind of stuff, like all that sneaking around y'all be doing. And then something happens. It doesn't need, like I said, it doesn't even have to be that the husband became suspicious or, things of that nature. It could legit be something that hey, I need to take care of this. Like I said, medical things. It could be anything. And then that information is found out. And then if it's medical, the doctor's gotta say it. This child is not yours, right? The doctors and stuff don't care. That they're not trying to keep your secret for you. They're not trying to keep your secret for you. That's you. That's on you. Whatever fallout that is, you got to deal with that. But right now, medically, we did all the tests. This is not this man's child. So you need to find the biological father for this child so we can resolve whatever's going on. Too many mismatched paternities and paternity fraud been found out through medical stuff. It don't even have to be going through no phones or a mistrust situation. So we don't know what was the catalyst for him finding out that not only one of the children were not his, but all of them. What happened? We don't know. So you can't guarantee how somebody gonna react. People will say, well, he overreacted. Maybe not. Like, you don't know how people are going to respond to that. Like I said, all the other implications. It's not just that the children aren't mine. It's everything that attaches to that. That means you cheated. That means I can't trust you. That means our marriage is over. That means these aren't my children. The children that I've been loving are not mine. The woman that I've been loving ain't mine either. Time, energy, resources, all this stuff. We've been going through ups and downs, blah, 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 blah. Only for my world to come crashing down all around me in an instant. We was all good a week ago. Now something came up. Now I got to question it or maybe I got to test it or whatever the case may be. Now come lo and behold, these kids ain't mine. So who have you been screwing? We don't even know who the daddy is. What if the daddy is somebody he know? It could be any kind of foolishness. And he crashed out. He legit crashed out. Now they got him on like attempt murder. They got him on attempt murder. Now I don't know, if that charge will be able to stick or whatever, but they certainly threw it up there. I mean, because if you shooting somebody at basically close range, you is trying to get at them. Like, that's not far-fetched. I don't know how he missed or whatever. You had to still love her. It's like that comment say, bruh, still love her because how you miss. Yeah. he wasn't really trying to take her out, or it just wasn't her time. Maybe he was really trying to take her out and it's just not her time to go, so she didn't go. Thing is, stop playing with people. Y'all like to sit here, y'all ladies like to sit here and be like, oh, the men cheat all the time. What do y'all do? Because y'all cheating, you know what I'm saying? Our outside baby is an outside baby. Talking about, I ain't gonna be with no man, bring an outside baby into the marriage. Okay, fine. So why would he need to be with you? You brought an outside baby, you brought several. He ain't gotta forgive you. You don't know what people are going to do behind that information. Stop playing. If you had any integrity, this don't happen. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm the host of the Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.